Welcome back, everyone. Let's play Fallout New Vegas. You're here with one of the few otherwise known as DraxxKraven. When it's time to talk to people and do quests.
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
What can you get me? What can I get you?
We've got the basics covered, but now you mention it, we have had unusual requests from some of our wealthier customers.
Oh.
If you can recruit escorts to match these customers' proclivities, I'd be willing to pay you finder's fees.
Very well, then. What sort of proclivities are we talking about?
Our wealthiest client has a thing for ghouls and a thing for cowboys. He wants an escort who can satisfy both fetishes. Plenty of customers have said they'd be willing to pay extra for a suave talker, someone who can fake the boyfriend experience real good. And then there's these disgusting robot fetishists you may have heard about. Well, those creeps want a sex bot.
They want a sex bot?
Ever run across a sex bot? Not that I'd ever want one within 100 feet of me, but I gotta be a businessman about it.
I'll see what I can do if I run into any suitable candidates.
Just direct them to the Wrangler. I'll pay you when they show up.
Good luck, Mr. Garrett. What do you got for sale?
Sure. Take a look.
Wang Dang Atomic Tango. He has got a lot of alcohol. I'll just take some soda, though.
Another satisfied customer.
Any idea where I should look for a sex bot?
The best place to start would be with Ralph, at Mick and Ralph's over on the east end of Freeside. Other than that, your guess is as good as mine.
They're pretty knowledgeable. Alright, later, James. Anything I can help you with, Francine?
Welcome to the Atomic Wrangler. What can I get you?
Oh god, what's wrong with their faces? Do you have any work you need done?
I have some work I need handled. Back before we instituted the caps up front rule, we used to allow customers tabs. Well, needless to say, a few customers snuck out without paying their bills. We need
Obvious.
someone to collect. The job would pay a percentage.
Alright. Sounds good as long as I don't have to kill anybody.
I'd prefer you not kill anyone with a debt. It's a bit difficult to collect on a corpse.
Fair point,
Just
Francine.
get the caps from them. After that, I couldn't care less what happens to those deadbeats.
You got it. You got yourself a deal.
Great. There are 3 people who need to be tracked down. A real mixed basket of fruits. Their names are Grex, Santiago, and Lady Jane.
Grex?
Grex is a bit cracked, but mostly harmless. Just don't mention anything about his lazy eye.
You got it.
He owes 138 caps and should still be around Freeside.
Jesus, that's a hell of a goddamn tab. I'm doing all the work here. 50-50 and I'm game.
Alright, 50-50 it is. But you better bring back all of the caps. If we hear you crossed us, the next bounty hunter will be coming for you.
Francine, please. I deal with legionary assassins. Back the fuck up. Alright, Lady Jane.
Lady Jane fancies herself a high roller, but she's just another dirtbag NCR prospector. I'm not sure where to find her. I hear she's run goods for the followers of the apocalypse in the past, but other locals might know more. She owes us 250 caps.
Jesus Christ. And Mr. Santiago?
Santiago is a suave son of a bitch, but a total pansy when it comes to fisticuffs. He owes 212 caps and should be around Freeside as well.
Alright, I'll put the screws to him.
Anything else you need?
Nah, that's fine with me, Francine. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Oh, God, it's creepy. It's creepy how much they look alike. Their heads are so big. Too big. Too big, the heads. Alright. Let's just take a stroll through Freeside. We can also go to the Silver Rush if we want some, energy weapons. We can also go to the King's School of Impersonation to meet the King and do King things, but I'm all good with that. Anyone gonna try and mug me? Huh, good. Apparently they've learned their lesson. So we could enter the strip, but that's no fun. Not yet, anyway. I'd rather interact with some of the local flavor.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Why wouldn't I want to go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for the free advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
What's your story, old Ben?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Courier. I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Butcher, how'd you get into that?
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
Odd.
You're telling me, not long after my father's shop went under and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. This sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying "told you so."
Very polite, old Ben. Crier.
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
Well, what happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me.
Oh no.
I never touched a woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
What a piece of shit. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, shit indeed happens. I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
Funny. So you said escort, like armed guard? Gun for hire?
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire.
Nice work, Ben, but how'd the escort thing work out for you?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man whore.
Hey, come on. Ben, there's pride to be taken in being a prostitute.
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Well, you know, the Garretts are hiring.
I'm retired, but life has been a bit dull without some kind of action. What's the job?
It's a real boyfriend experience.
Ah, I get you. So you think because of my past escort work, I'd be interested in that kind of thing. I got out of that work because it just made me feel empty inside. What makes you think I would ever go back to that degradation?
Ben, you give your clients a precious respite from the ills of this world. You're a beacon of light in some people's depressing existence. Your work is art. You just need to recognize how great you are, Ben.
You know what? You're right. I looked at the whole thing from the wrong angle. I suppose I could be a loving muse to some, while simply relieve stress and tension in others. Thanks for that insight. Tell Garrett I'd be happy to start at the Wrangler immediately. This should be a nice change of pace from retirement.
And Ben, if those Garretts put the screws to you, just give me a call, and I'll shove a gun barrel under their throats. I like old Ben. He's a good man. And here is Lady Jane. Oh, wait. Yeah, someone is trying to go in, and he didn't get very far. Anyway, here's Lady Jane over by these tire fires. Yay, I can finally cook bighorn steak. Rushing water. How's it going, Jane?
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
I was hired by the Garretts to track you down.
In that case, I suppose you're here to collect. I apologize, but I simply do not have enough caps on me to cover the debt. If someone were to recover my caravan from that cave, I could easily pay in full, but who would bother with such a mess?
Jane, surely a lady of your stature has honor sufficient to pay her debts. I find it hard to believe you ran away from your caravan without taking something. Perhaps there's something else of value you could put toward the debt.
Oh, you charming, wonderful hunk of a man. I agree. I cannot risk my reputation on such a paltry sum. Here is what I owe, paid in full. I may scrape a bit to get home to California, but I'm a resourceful woman. Here is the last known location of my caravan, if you feel like looking for it. Until we meet again, handsome.
Thank you, Jane. If you use the other lesser forms of coercion, she'll give you a I think it's like a fission battery and a couple of cartons of cigarettes. Like, it's not enough to pay the debt, but it's enough to almost get there. And like, the Garretts don't care where the money comes from, so long as they get paid. If you're feeling particularly charitable, you can pay their debts. You can pay their debts on their behalf. I am not that charitable, but I also have the skills and tools necessary to get what's needed.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
He's not lying.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
Dinner, kiddo. No joke, he will just start, like, oh, what? Oh, no, he's supposed to start just, like, chewing on the rat and just, like, shoving his hands into his mouth, just eating delicious, delicious rat. Oh, well. Here at the old Mormon fort, we can see the followers hard at work. Wait, are you a ghoul cowboy? Yeah.
Hello there.
Beatrix.
Howdy.
How are you, Beatrix?
I've been around a while. Currently working for the followers as a gun for hire, but it's getting rather dull. Aside from protecting them from the occasional thug looking to intercept supply shipments, there isn't much to do around here. The one researcher I liked, who I could chat up about liquor, got transferred. And the rest of the docs are pretty uptight about my kind of fun.
Your kind of fun? Bet you've seen a lot over the years.
I've been around long enough to observe the patterns of human behavior. Physical and mental anguish are especially exciting to explore.
It's big. Sounds like you're a bit of a dom, Beatrix.
Hey, who doesn't enjoy a little pinch and squeal every once in a while?
I wouldn't know anything about that. So, would you like to work for the Garretts?
They already have that pig McCaffrey working for them. Do they need another guard?
This would be as an escort.
I've escorted my share of idiot tourists around Freeside. Too much trouble for what it pays.
I mean, prostitute.
I'm all boot, knives, and leather, friend. And a ghoul besides. What kind of weirdo wants what I've got?
High-paying weirdos.
Weirdos into bullwhips and necrosis, huh? Doesn't sound half bad. What am I thinking? I'm no whore. And I ain't about to hand my ass over to some penny-ante hustler like he owns me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You'd be an independent with the deep discounts on the booze. All I'm saying is you don't have to work with anyone you don't want to. If the caps ain't right and the person ain't right, you ain't gotta do it.
They do have a damn good selection of hooch over at the Wrangler.
Think about it.
If I get to choose my customers, if I get to be a little rough with them, if my cut is fair, and if I get that discount, that just might work. Tell the Garretts I'll stop by to work out terms.
That's all I ask. Thank you very much, Beatrix.
Bye.
Hey, Julie Farkas.
Are you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
No, Julie. I'm here to help.
More than rough. It's a damn mess. Freeside townies are constantly picking fights with NCR civilians. Thugs and thieves are always looking for a victim, and the local families are just sitting back making caps on the mess. Freeside is in dire need, but no one has been man enough to step up. The followers can only do so much to stem the tide.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There is always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community if they'd kick their addictions. We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Crimson Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. A lot of innocent people will get hurt if things blow up.
Yeah. All right. So, let's start with the addicts. Sounds simple.
Yes, old Bill Ronte and Jacob Hoff. They're not going to kick their habits on their own.
It's okay, ma'am. I'm got away with words.
Old Bill Ronte is an exceptionally skilled machinist. He could fix the problems we've been having with Freeside's water pump, if he sobered up.
Jacob?
The Garretts hooked Jacob on chems when he was working for them. Ironic, since he used to homebrew detox chems. He's a natural chemist.
Funny how that works. All right, I'll see what I can do to help.
Sobering them up and putting them back to work would go a long way toward helping Freeside.
Where should I start looking?
In Freeside, the drunks and drug addicts flock in and around the Atomic Wrangler. I'd start there.
Let's talk about something else. So, you need medical supplies?
Rates of injury and illness in Freeside are very high. Supplies don't last long.
Makes sense. What do you need?
Med-X, Radaway, and Fixer are Freeside essentials. I can't pay you for any supplies you bring in, but I could discount the charge for our services.
I like a discount. But it seems like you need a steady supply, not just whatever I can grab for you.
So far, the Crimson Caravan won't cut us a deal. If you can convince them or some other merchant to work with us, I'll discount supplies to you.
Alright, so which merchants might be willing to make a deal?
You might ask around at Mick and Ralph's, or go see the Garretts, though I suspect they're too busy poisoning Freeside to help it out.
Hold on, they're just trying to make a profit. The only way that they can, or the easiest way that they can. Maybe we can work something out. But you got yourself a deal. I'll do my best.
Just come see me when you've got some supplies to turn in.
Let's talk about something else. So, common things down in Freeside?
The big man around here is the king. Not much happens in Freeside that he doesn't know about. He has the most influence locally, and some of his crew haven't helped the situation by harassing NCR citizens and charging double for water. Some NCR soldiers have been bringing in supplies, but none of it is going to Freeside locals. I've tried to speak to both sides to no avail.
Well, Julie, as I said, I have a way with words. Perhaps I would be able to help things. I got some medical supplies, though. Here's some medics. More medics.
How much?
More medics. And I'm all out. Irrelevant. I'm keeping my Radaway and my Fixer, but thank you. Alright, good luck. I'm off to go do some business. I'm helping people, I'm collecting money, I'm selling people into prostitution. Bagabagoo. I solve practical problems and increasingly impractical problems. Hey kid, if you're not gonna eat this rat, then I am. Huh, now that I think about it, Fallout 3 didn't have any giant rats. I guess it's just sort of too stock RPG, just like, oh, giant rats, what next? This is Grex. Hey, Grex. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, man. Can you spare a few caps?
Oh, God, that beard. So you're collecting money for what you... So you're collecting money to pay back the Garretts, I hope.
Whoa. Yeah. I guess the Garretts sent you after me. Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me.
You don't cheat the Garretts and walk away. Cough up the rest.
Okay. Here.
If you have a high enough speech, you can also ask for the clothes off his back. That'll do. Mess with the Garretts again, and you're dead.
I won't. Thanks for not killing me.
And, of course, if you feel like being a total asshole, you can mention his lazy eye, and he'll attack you, at which point you can just, like, murder him. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to plug him for money. Hey, nobody likes the tax man. Alright, that'll do for this episode of Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. If you liked what you saw, if you want to continue the adventure, please hit subscribe. And if you think that what I do is really keen, you can send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon. I can use that money to do fantastic, amazing things like make more videos, start streaming, hire an artist to make cool shit, do the coolest thing I can think of, save Freeside while extorting it.